phone rang at 3:17 a.m. I jolted upright, heart slamming against my ribs. The screen said unknown caller. But I knew, somehow, it was about the golf cart. My hands trembled as I answered. Hello? Is this Mr. Daniel Reyes? A cold official voice asked. Yes, this is Officer Langley with the Pine Hollow Police Department. We're responding to a reported vehicle theft at Oak Ridge Estates. You're currently listed as the suspect. What? I choked out. That's impossible. I've been asleep. Then perhaps you can explain why your name and address are linked to a stolen 2024 Tesla Model S. Last seen being charged at a private residence in the HOA community? A Tesla. I didn't even own a car. Just a second-hand electric golf cart. Bright green, with a wobbly left wheel, that I used to commute to my landscaping job. I threw on a hoodie and rushed outside. Dawn hadn't broken yet, but flashing red and blue lights painted the quiet cul-de-sac in pulses of urgency. 2 police cruisers surrounded my tiny cart, parked beside the charging station at the edge of the community park. And standing beside them, arms crossed, eyes blazing with triumph, was her, Margaret Holloway, the HOA president, the woman who once fined me $50 for leaving my rake out overnight. There he is, she snapped, pointing like I'd robbed a bank. That's the thief. He's been siphoning power from our community grid for weeks. Officer Langley approached, not unkindly, but with caution. Mr. Reyes, can you explain why your golf cart is plugged into the same charging port, designated for electric vehicles? It's not stealing power, I said, voice tight. The port's public. It says EV charging, not Tesla only. The sign clearly states, for residents with approved vehicles only, Margaret sneered. And last night, my brand new Tesla, delivered yesterday, was plugged in, and this contraption was drawing current from it. That's not possible, I said. My cart uses a standard level 2 charger. It can't connect to a Tesla without an adapter. I saw it with my own eyes, she shrieked. I came out at midnight to check on my car, my $92,000 investment. And there it was, hooked up like a parasite. Langley glanced at the charging station. The logs showed only one connection. My cart, for 2 hours, drawing 1.3 kilowatt-hours. Ma'am, the system shows no Tesla was ever plugged in last night. That's because he unplugged it when he saw me. I stared at her, stunned. She genuinely believed I'd somehow hijacked her luxury car, siphoned its charge, and vanished into the night like a tech-savvy phantom. I have surveillance, she added, smug. I'll show you the footage. Langley turned to me. We'll need to verify this. Please come down to the station. As they led me to the cruiser, I looked back at my little green cart. Innocent, silent. A symbol of my modest life. This wasn't just about power. It was about control. About someone with too much money and too little. Empathy weaponizing rules to punish. Someone just trying to get by. And I knew. This wasn't over. The Pine Hollow station was sterile and quiet. Fluorescent lights humming like trapped wasps. I sat in a narrow room, hands cuffed, heart still racing. Officer Langley placed a tablet on the table. Ms. Holloway's footage, he said. The video flickered to life. Midnight. The charging station. Rain glistening on asphalt. Then, Margaret in a silk robe, flashlight in hand, approaching her Tesla. She scanned the area, then froze. The camera zoomed in shakily on my golf cart, plugged into the adjacent port. Wires didn't cross. No adapter. No connection between vehicles. But her voice crackled through the audio. There! It's draining my charge. She lunged toward the cart, yanked the cord from the wall, my cord, and screamed into her phone. Langley exhaled. Sir, your cart was charging from the grid. Not her car, and her Tesla wasn't even plugged in. She unplugged it herself, I said quietly, to make it look stolen. He studied me. Why would she do that? Because I didn't kiss the ring, I said. Last month, I asked the HOA to install a second public charger. I presented data. 5 EVs in the community. 1 port. Wait times were 2 days. She denied it. Said aesthetics mattered. more than convenience for service workers. I paused. I used the same port, legally. But she saw me, a brown guy in a hoodie, plugged in, and decided I was stealing. Langley's jaw tightened. He left the room. 10 minutes later, he returned. We're dropping the suspicion. No theft occurred. Your cart's been released. But it wasn't over. 2 days later, a notice arrived. Violation of HOA Code 7.4 unauthorized. Use of community resources. Fine, $750. Attached was a new rule. Only vehicles valued over $50,000 may utilize EV charging stations. I didn't fight it in writing. Instead, I bought a megaphone. At dawn, I parked my green golf cart, fully charged, at the center of Oak Ridge, Estates' main loop. I stood up, megaphone in hand, and spoke to every neighbor within earshot. About the rule change, about Margaret's Tesla, idling in her garage while the charger sat cold, about how I'd worked 7 days straight to afford that cart, and how charging it cost less than her weekly dry cleaning. I live-streamed it. By noon, the video had 500,000 views. Local news picked it up. Golf cart protester exposes HOA elitism. Read one headline. 3 days later, the HOA board, facing public outrage and 3 resignations, reversed the rule. Margaret resigned as president. Her Tesla was seen leaving Oak Ridge Estates, towed behind a rental truck. I still charge at the same port, only now I do it with a sign taped to my cart. Power to the people. And every morning, as I drive to work under a rising sun, the neighbors wave. Some even cheer. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet hum of a little green golf cart, running on truth, charged by dignity, and finally, free. Like if you're on Team Golf Cart, comment power to the people if you've ever been judged for doing your best. Subscribe for more real stories of fairness, resistance, and quiet rebellion. Justice isn't about money. It's about standing your ground, even if all you've got is a wobbly wheel and a full heart. Stay strong. Stay loud. Hit subscribe now.